Hi guys, welcome to my new house. I should say our house. It's me and my husband that live here. It's been a while since I've done a video and I wanted to update you because we are in a new location. So my husband got orders to a new base, only about 2 hours from our last base, which is great because my family is close now and we are way closer to the airport that's best for his family to come visit. So it's gonna be perfect placement as far as where we are. We still have boxes. You can see them back there stacked up. Those are actually empty. They have just paper in them. And it has been kind of a whirlwind. We were not expecting to move as quickly and, fast and furious as we did. But it just worked out that way. And honestly, it was for the better. I was able to go on a vacation that my family and I had pre-planned, my side of the family, from years ago. And we were able to go and relax and enjoy without me thinking about having to come home and move. We were able to move before that. So anyway, I just wanted to sit down and tell you a little bit about the house, the plans for the channel, and a few little thrifted goodies because I'm in a new area. I have to check out all of the thrift stores. So yeah, let's just get started. So if you've followed along for a while, you would know that we were living in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. It was the first floor, which was great. So it kind of felt like a house, even though it wasn't a house, because we were on the ground level and it was a pretty big, square footage place. And we loved our apartment. So when the task came of let's find a new place to live, I knew it was going to be hard to kind of beat that apartment with another apartment. So we ended up looking at houses to rent. And because we're military, buying a house it wasn't in the cards for us, and we just weren't really feeling that route. So we were like, let's see what we could rent. And we ended up finding, honestly, the perfect place for us and just a house that I'm absolutely in love with. And I get to live here. Like, this is crazy because just a couple months ago, I was touring this place with my mom and dad and met our realtor and now landlord. And it was just, I was like shaking walking through this house because I was like, this is where I want us to be. So it is really crazy and we are so blessed that we are able to be here. And I love it. It is still a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but we do have an additional office. So that is my husband's Star Wars / game room because that's definitely his jam. And it's perfect for him. He's got it pretty much set up how he wants already. He's quick at those things. Me, not so much. I take time because I have to decorate the rest of the house. So I say it like it's a chore. I'm so excited to do it. As you can tell, I've already put some things, in some sort of place. But yeah, I have been thrifting a little bit, just local places, just picking little things up from here and there. And I wanted to share them with you. And then we'll talk a little bit about kind of what's going to be happening for the channel. So first off, 2 little small things. These were just add-ons to a couple Christmas things I was thrifting the other day. I needed to get to $5 to use a credit card. And I was like, I don't know. So I kept looking around. I ended up finding this Wedgwood green, little army green and white plate, like ceramic plate. So I thought that would be cute because my accent color throughout the house, I usually tend to do neutrals just because they're more calming to me. I've tried to do the super colorful maximalist thing and I can't do a ton of color in my living space. It's too distracting to me and just too overwhelming. Now in my art room, because I do have an art studio in this house, which will be a whole nother series of videos, I'm sure. It's different in there. All bets are off and I can be as colorful and wild as I want. But in the normal living spaces, I like to keep it a little more neutral. So anyway, green is my one exception. I usually add green because I have a lot of greenery. So that's why I thought that plate was perfect. I also picked up this little vase here, just a little stoneware one. I'm sure this was probably Hearth and Hand or Studio McGee from Target, but I think I paid 50 cents for him and maybe $1.50 for the plate. Next up are 2 things I actually picked up at Kohl's. I don't know why I was calling this just a thrift haul when I knew I had these pieces, but anyway, doesn't matter. They were on clearance and then I had Kohl's cash. So for the 2 things, I only paid like $1.50. So you know, pretty much their store prices. I ended up getting this plate here. This is a just kind of creamy off-white plate with some brown around the edge, and it's just a little mini tray. I thought it'd be nice for remotes or pens or scissors or just, you know, anything. I love having something like this to ground, you know, if I'm having a like wick trimmer or candle stuffer, like those little things could go on here too. So I thought this was great. And we do have, so the trim in our house and cabinets and everything are white, but the walls are a little bit off-white, more of like a warm white, which I like because then I don't feel like I have to just do one or the other. I'm able to kind of play a little bit. And that one was more of like a cream color, which totally works with what we've got going on here. And then I found this little vase as well. It's just kind of a ribbed like taupe vase, and I thought this was really nice, and it was only $3.29. The other one was $2.99, and then like I said, I had Kohl's Cash, so I was able to only pay like $1 or something for both of these. So this will look great with just some little, you know, sprigs coming out of. Imagine it like that. That's what it's gonna look like. Next up, I went to a local Goodwill and I found another Hearth and Hand piece. This one actually was still in the packaging, but I took the packaging off. And it is just this little sign that says powder room, and it's black against like a gold rod. So you hang it here and here. And then, yeah, it just says powder room in like kind of a script font. So I want to put this right above the door to our powder room or guest bathroom. We're not so fancy to call it a powder room, but I thought it would look really nice and just kind of like simple right above the door frame. So this one was $1.99 and I'm really glad I got it. So the last thing I found from this thrift store is something that kind of solved a problem I was having. So my husband has a really cool, it's modern, but it looks older record player that we want to get into listening to more records on. And we were gonna put it in our kitchen because we have like a Long Island area, and he wanted to put the records next to it, and they're in this like ugly plastic black just bin, and I was like, that's not very cute because the record player looks really cool. It was just the records in that bin. I was like, it's giving Dollar Tree storage, which has its place, believe me, but not on the counter, not in this house. So anyway, I didn't even know I was looking for this, but I came across it for $1.99 at Goodwill, and it is a record holder. So it's like a just gold brass record stand. Right now I just have the Bad record in there, Michael Jackson. And yeah, I thought this was really cool. So it will hold quite a few, and I'm so excited about this. So I'm like, you know what? Sure, we can have the records out on the counter now, just, you know, they're gonna be in something aesthetically pleasing. The final thrift store I went to was weird because it was in a mall, which is something that I've never really heard of before. To be fair, this mall is on its last leg of life. I mean, they had more stores that were empty than ones that actually had a store in them. So it's probably on its way out. But I did find a couple things at the thrift store. It was cool. This is a big ceramic black bowl. I thought this was a really good size. It was only $3.50, and it was normally from, I want to say Marshall's. There's a tag on the bottom, but I only paid $3.50 for it, and it's heavy duty. It's really nice, and I can't tell if it's like ceramic, stoneware, plaster. I really don't know, but I love adding touches of black. I just really think it like adds a pop, especially to a place like this that is very white and light and neutral, which I love. But I do think you need those pieces that are going to give it some depth and warmth. So I love adding little touches of black like this. And my final find is a book. So I have been back on my crochet game recently and cross stitching and, you know, all the grandma hobbies. I found this book that I thought was really cool, and it's like this really soft fabric texture, and it's about like 3D embroidery and using thread and yarn to make these really cool like sculptural textiles. So anyway, I got this, and I am so excited to put this in my art room. Plus I just think it looks cool like sitting out. It's really like pretty. It's not one of those that is like, oh, shows a person knitting or crocheting on the front of it. Like it's a vibe. So those are all the things that I picked up recently for the new house, and I wanted to just say thanks for following along, watching this video, and hopefully you will stay tuned because I want to film. I want to film a lot. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a daily thing, a weekly thing, a monthly thing. I have no idea. But I really want to share how I'm decorating this house and take you along on the process because I've never gotten to do something like this. You know, our last apartment, that was my first time living away from home. So it was really like a learning experience as far as learning my style, learning what I like, and learning what my husband likes as well and what kind of works best for us. So anyway, I just can't wait, and I hope you guys will follow along with me, with us, and see this new journey that we are going on. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.